to yet another super duper amazing session of Sprintex Pre-Boards 2020. And today we are going to deal with a super poem called the Ball Poem, which is going to be very interesting. And we are going to discuss very important question answers from this poem. Right, so do not go anywhere, guys. Stay tuned till the end of the video. So let us begin with telling you the types of questions that we are going to discuss for this poem. So first is of course going to be extract based question. Second is long answer type question for 5 marks. Then we have short answer type for 2 marks and 3 marks, right? So these are definitely the same pattern is going to come for your papers, right? So that is what we are going to practice in this session. So this is guys, this is the schedule, right? So we have already completed till 2 stories about flying. If you have not yet visited any of these sessions, guys, please do have a look, right? So today we will be talking about the Ball Poem, which is I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6th session, right? So it is going to continue till 15th and it's going to end with Holi, right? Talking about the schedule of the other subjects, this is for biology, continuing till 15th December, chemistry continuing till 14th December, math continuing till 15th December, and physics continuing till 13th December, and also social studies continuing till 14th of December, right? Now, before we proceed with today's session, just a little bit of, sharing of your love, right? By hitting the like button, turning it blue. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, do subscribe and share this video amongst your friends. As I told you, the more you share, the more you enhance your knowledge, right? So sharing is caring. So please do share this video amongst your friends. Care for them as well, right? So doing good will be giving you good as well, right? So do that. And talking about the homework answer, I have actually prepared a model answer, but definitely you can come up with amazing super duper answers, right? So this is the homework answer, guys. All parental acts are for the betterment of children. Justify. Okay, this was the question. Sorry, this was the question, and this is the answer. The young seagull's family tried every possible method to encourage. So basically what you need to say here is justify the statement, that all parental acts are for the betterment of the children. So as I told you in the previous session when I was doing this, that we did that attitude of the parents, right? In this story. So basically you have to mold your answer. The content will be remaining the same. So let us see what the answer could be like. The seagull's family tried every possible method to encourage him to fly. They cajoled him, coaxed him, but of no avail, right? Finally, they decided to leave him hungry on the ledge, and his mother took a bold but seemingly cruel step. Yes, definitely it was seeming to us that it was a cruel step, but actually behind such cruel step, behind the apparent cruel step was, the care was hidden, the care, the concern, right? The concern for making him self-dependent, right? So she flew close to the ledge with a scrap of fish in her beak, and that made the young seagull fall from the ledge. In fright, he opened his wings and found that he was able to fly. So thus the purpose was served. The purpose what? The purpose of making him self-reliant, right? Self-reliant, self-dependent, able to fly on his own. So thus parents always think for the betterment of their children. Every act of theirs ensures that their children are well provided for. Even their rebuke and anger for the sake of children is for the sake of keeping their children on the right path. So that is very important, right? So even if our parents are scolding us, rebuking is scolding, the same thing. So that is basically for our own good, right? So our parents always want our good, right? So that is true for each and every chapter, whatever we have seen so far. Young seagull, this first flight. Even if we talk about Amanda, even Amanda's parents wanted good for her, right? Of course, their approach was not correct, but their intention was never incorrect. The intention was, of course, very good. They wanted their daughter to be good, right? So the intention was definitely correct, right? Now moving ahead, even if we talk about the chapter called, what was that chapter where we have tricky, what was that? I forgot the name of the chapter. Anyways, so that chapter, Mrs. Pumphrey, right? The character called Mrs. Pumphrey. So she also was, if we consider, Tricky as her son, she considered the Tricky, the dog as her son. So even there, her intention was not wrong, right? So every time, each and every time, parents always try to think of the betterment of their children, right? So that was all for this question. And thank you so much for your answers, guys. Thank you so much. Aditya, he has actually mentioned us. This English sprint text is keeping us, helping us a lot. Thank you so much. Extract based question and character. Thank you so much, Aditya. Right. So thank you for the support, guys, that you are giving us. Thank you so much. Right. I hope this is really helping you a lot. Now, talking about the quote for today. Look at this quote. Life is like a coin. Pleasure and pain are the two sides. One side is visible at a time, but remember, other side is waiting for its turn. Right? So what is the quote trying to tell us? Pleasure and pain both are two sides of the same coin. That means both are necessary, both are inevitable, right? So if you talk about pleasure and pain, we can also talk about pleasure means gain and pain means loss, right? Loss gives you pain, pleasure gives you gain, right? I mean gain gives you pleasure, right? So both gain and loss are also like they are the same, they are the two sides of the same coin, right? Two faces of the same coin. This is exactly what is going to lead us to our next poem, that is the Ball poem. Let us move to that. So the first question, extract based question. Look at the extract. Now he senses his first responsibility in a world of possessions. People will take balls. Balls will be lost always, little boy. And no one buys a ball back. Money is external. Very, very, very important, extract. So let us have a look at the question. What does the boy understand? Options: importance of money, learns to grow up and understands his first responsibility, importance of possession, none of these. Do tell me your answer in the chat box, guys, and let me know how many of you have given it correctly. So the answer would be definitely the boy learns to grow up and understands his first responsibility, right? Next is, what does the word ball signify? Very, very, very important. Wealth and possession, money and its importance, innocence and happy young days, or none. What do you think? Let's see how much you have understood this poem. Let's see. It is the boy's innocence and happy young days, right? Because with the ball he had associated his young days, his childhood, right, and his happy days. But now it has lost. So metaphorically, he has also lost his childhood days along with the loss of the ball, because now he is stepping on to the world of experience, because he's understanding what it is to experience, the loss of something which was so close to his heart, right? So definitely he's stepping from the world of experience, he's crossing that threshold and stepping on to crossing the threshold, and from the world of innocence he's traveling to the world of experience. So that innocence and happy days of childhood is now lost, but with each loss there is something which he is supposed to gain, because loss and gain, part and parcel of life, same two faces of the same coin. So if he is losing his innocence, he's also gaining something, that is his experience, right? Moving ahead, and that experience is definitely going to give him the strength to bear many such losses in future as well, right? That is very important. What is meant by the word possession? Okay, balls and playmates, money and friends, something that is owned or possessed, or all of the above? Let us have a look at the answer. This means something that is owned or possessed, right? Because balls and playmates, of course, they are also, but they are a part of those possessions. Okay, money and friends, they are all part of those possessions. But exact meaning, this is asking for the exact meaning, which of course means that something which is owned or possessed, right? Next, we come to the 2 mark type, 2 marks question, for which you will not take more than 3 minutes to answer. That is the sprint time, right? So money is external. What does the poet mean by this expression? This is also very, very important. Let us have a look. The poet says that the boy understands about his responsibility as the loss is immaterial. Money is external, as it cannot buy memories, nor it can replace the things that we love, the things that really matter, the things that are dear to us, right? So, money is external. Why? Because it cannot bring back the things which we have lost, right? So, basically, this is the point that you need to remember: cannot bring back the things which we have lost. That means these lost possessions are actually very dear to us, right? Dear to us, or close to our heart, right? Right? Or you can say precious for us, right? So precious, with which we are emotionally connected. So we have emotional connection. Okay, so these things with which we are emotionally connected cannot, if they are lost, it cannot be brought back by money, which is external. So money can definitely can satisfy our external needs, but it cannot satisfy our emotional needs. So I am writing it here: cannot satisfy our emotional needs. Right? Moving ahead. Before starting off with the next question, guys, I would like to ask you whether you are enjoying the session and do you want to join us and gain 100% knowledge and score 100% marks? So, we are going to get unlimited live classes with fun and high-level quizzes. Compete with students throughout the world. Interactive replays, live quizzes, and leaderboards. Premium downloadable content with handwritten notes of the master teacher. In-class doubt solving with quality tests and assignments. Free 5,000 micro courses and 5,000 plus micro courses and crash courses for all competitive exams. So these are some of the amazing features of our platform, guys, which you can get. Definitely, it is only meant for you guys. So what you can do is, and of course, what is the price? You get more classes in less price. How? Let us find that out. Just visit the link in the description box and pin comment. Use the coupon code SWRPRO. Let's do the Tabahi math, guys. So Sprint Tech special offer for all of you guys, 25th November to 30th November. Do hurry up and get 50% off up to 1,500. What is this Tabahi math? Let us find out. So if you use the coupon code SWRPRO for 1 month, you can save 50% off, right? You can save 50%. So just the price is only 1,349. And for 3 months, you can save 32%. The price is only 5,499, and 6 months, 9,999, save 38%. So basically, it comes down to 6 rupees per class, guys, for 1 month, 9 rupees per class for 3 months, and 8 rupees per class for 6 months, which is actually even cheaper than a packet of Lay's, right? So this is the link where you need to visit. This is the coupon code that you need to apply to get all these super amazing features in our platform and remove all the hurdles that you currently have in the process of education, in the path of your education, and give your best, because 9th and 10th, these 2 years are the foundation years. So you have to make your base strong. So we are helping you not only in your board exams, but also throughout your future. You are going to carry, because the more you understand the subject, the more you go into the depth, the better guidance you get in these 2 years, that is not only important for cracking your board exam with flying and coming out with flying colors, but also important for your future as well. So please think about it and visit the description box and hurry up, because you otherwise are going to miss the discount offer. Right, coming to the 3-mark question, guys. How can the boy stand up again? What every man must know one day. So this is basically, the second question is basically focusing on the moral lesson, or you can also say the message. This is the message for all of us, message of the poem, right? So let us see. So if you are asked what is the message of the poem, basically the same answer you need to focus on. This will be the answer will be the same as what you are going to write for here, right? For this one, right? Only you have to mold your answer according to the question in the introduction part, right? So the boy has to understand the epistemology of loss. What is epistemology? The knowledge of and the nature of loss. How is he going to learn that? Through self-realization. He needs to accept the inevitable truth that loss and gain is a part and parcel of our life. That is what we began our session with. Gain and loss, pleasure and pain, they are evident, they are inevitable, part and parcel of our life. The lost item cannot be retrieved. We cannot cling on to something which we have already lost, and we should definitely move on. And that is this idea of moving on is going to help the boy to stand up again, because he has already experienced what loss is, the feeling of loss he's already experienced, and now his acceptance, okay, his acceptance of the fact that life goes on, his acceptance, this accepting the inevitable truth, basically this is the point that you need to focus on when you answer the first part. Talking about the second part of the question, this is of course not the problem of the boy alone. Okay, this is universal, right? This issue is universal, because everyone has to know that one day, sooner or later, he has to lose something which is very precious, and it is useless to weep over the loss of something. One should move ahead, forgetting all such losses. Life has to be lived only by moving ahead, right? So we cannot cling on to something which is not our own. We need to let go. So letting go is very, very, very important, and this is universal. This is universal for all of us, and this is actually the message of the poem as well. Okay, message of the poem, letting go. Okay, that is very, very important. And acceptance. Okay, acceptance of loss as a part of life. Also recovering from that loss, recovering from the feeling that we have, the feeling of maybe initially, you see, the boy was so devastated, right? So feeling of devastation that we have when we actually lose someone. So recovering from that feeling, recovering from the loss of our near and dear ones, or whatever is dear or close to us, right? Next is, what is the message? Now I guess you will be able to answer this question on your own, right? So if it comes for 3 mark, guys, let us see how to answer this very, very simple question. So definitely positive message for all of us. As I told you, as I already explained you, the message, letting go, acceptance, etc. So same thing, okay? So gain and loss, okay, getting and losing, right? It's the part, these are the essential, and this is the cycle of life, and this will continue, right? So one should learn the epistemology, or the knowledge and nature of loss. Our childhood, with all its attachment and sweet memories, they have definitely gone forever, and they will never come back again. We should not weep over the losses that we have suffered. So recovering from the loss, that is what we already talked about. We must learn to live and moving ahead in life, forgetting all inconsolable losses. So I have already discussed the meaning of this question and the answer. So this is how you can frame your answer, right? Moving ahead with the 5-mark question is, should the boy be allowed to grieve for his ball? What do you think? Please do mention in the chat box. Should you, should the boy allowed to be allowed to, grieve for the ball? Yes or no? If his loss is irreparable or irretrievable, then how should one handle it? What lessons can be learned? So we have already talked about the lessons, right? Focusing on the rest of the two questions. Okay, very, very important. Please, as I told you, please make separate paragraphs for separate question, because otherwise the it will be easier for the examiner to mark you then. Okay, so that will be definitely more appealing for the examiner as well. Easier, the more you make things easier, examiners are also human beings, right? They will not get puzzled. If they get puzzled, then your paper will be suffering, your marks will be suffering, right? So let them be convenient and let them focus on your neatly divided paragraph so that they can mark you well. Okay, so please keep that in mind. So yes, they should be allowed to grieve for his ball. The boy should be allowed to grieve for his ball, right? Because he had that ball for a long time. So we should, he should be allowed to vent out his emotion first of all, right? So venting out his emotion, that is very, very important for him. So that is why he should be allowed to grieve, right? Moreover, when a person is trying to come over his grief on his own, so that is how he is venting out his emotion, right? One should not intrude or disturb or break his chain of thoughts, right? One should have self-consolation and self-understanding. So the boy should be allowed to have that experience on his own. Self-realization and understanding, they are more effective and lasting when it is done by an external agency. So an external agency or any person, when he is trying to console, that is not enough. The till the point that you are not experiencing it on your own and coming out on your own. So sometimes you feel like, let me be on my own, right? Leave me alone. So why do we say this, leave me alone? So that I can be calm, I can focus on whatever I'm thinking. I do not want somebody to break in my chain of thought, right? And that is very, very, very important. That is why meditation is also very important, so that you introspect. Okay, so this introspection is very, very important. Okay, introspect. The boy should be allowed to introspect. Okay, introspect means looking within yourself, right? So that is very important. And next one is, okay, if his loss is irreparable or irretrievable, then how should we handle it? We have already done this as well, that we should be handling it, we should be overcoming. So overcoming the loss, right? Right. So, and letting go, that we have already said, letting go, overcoming, and acceptance. So basically the same points you need to write, just you need to change, right? Acceptance of the inevitable truth. Okay, inevitable truth. What is the inevitable truth? Loss and gain. Inevitable truth about loss and gain being part and parcel of our life and being the same sides, two sides of the same coin, right? Next question is, why does the poet say, I would not intrude on him? Why doesn't he offer him money to buy another ball? Okay, this is also very important question. Basically focusing on the same point as money being external. So basically you need to focus on this point. Okay, money is external, right? So that is why he doesn't want to offer any money, because money can bring him another ball. Okay, money can only bring him what? What is that called? Materialistic. Yeah, that word was not coming into my mind. Materialistic pleasure. Okay, so it can give him materialistic pleasure, which means it can bring him another ball. Another ball, it can buy him another ball, but not the same ball, right? Not the same ball to which he had been emotionally connected. Okay, that means it can bring him materialistic pleasure, but not the emotional attachment, emotional connect with, which he had for the same ball that he had lost, right? So he would not intrude on him because of the same thing that he needs to he needs to console himself. So introspection comes in this. Okay, he wants the boy to introspect, right? And some if someone intrudes or disturbs, then the chain of thought is broken, right? And moreover, it's self consolation realization which is more important. So external agency won't be of that help. So that therefore the the poet does not want to intrude on his chain of thoughts. And his offer of buying money, his offer of money is useless to buy another ball, because the boy wants the same ball with which he is attached, right? No other ball will be able to take its place. So as I told you about the emotional connect, please mention about that emotional connect, because for him the ball was something with which he was not looking at it from the materialistic side. Okay, he was looking at it from the emotional side, emotional angle, which is not possible for the money cannot bring that emotion. Okay, so that is very, very important. I hope this is clear to you guys, and I hope you have enjoyed the session as well. And basically, see, if you understand the theme of the poem, the message of the poem, you can handle any question that you can. You just need to mold your answers according to the question in the introduction. Baki content will be almost the same, right? If you understand the theme, you are done. Okay, if you just understand what is the poem trying to convey, you are absolutely prepared for this ball poem. And I find this poem very beautiful. I hope you also find it quite beautiful and relevant to your lives as well, right? So this actually gives us a lot of strength to, go forward, move forward in our life, and motivates us. It's a kind of inspiration for all of us. So take this poem that way. You will find it quite interesting as well, and you will like answering the questions related to the ball poem as well. So today we have done the extract based question, yes, long answer type question, short answer type question for 2 mark as well as 3 mark. So before you go, guys, let me give you the homework question. What is the general rule of this word of possession? Why is money external? We have talked about this thing a lot of times. So please do let me know in the comment section the answer to this question, right? I would be loving to read all your beautiful answers in the comment section. So that way you are also practicing writing, right? So please, you need to practice framing your own answers, guys. Do not copy paste answers from anywhere, from the internet and all. So please do write your own answers. That will be really helpful. Okay, moving ahead is the schedule for the next session. We will be focusing on Diary of Anne Frank. Okay, we have already covered 2 stories about flying in the previous session. If you have not watched the previous session, guys, please do have a look at that as well, right? Because we covered 2 stories, right? So both the stories we have completed. And next session, be prepared with the Diary of Anne Frank. Don't forget to watch the Umang series related to the ball poem as well. I hope you have watched the Umang series as well as the 9th and 10th English channel. So please do the same for the Diary of Anne Frank, the Umang series as well as 9th and 10th English channel. I have covered this chapter in both the channels, right? So have a look and be prepared. We will be solving very important question answers from this chapter. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to visit the link in the description box and use the coupon code SWRPRO. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you have liked the video, guys, do hit the like button. Do show your love and support to us, because then we will be also motivated to bring more and more innovative questions for all of you, more and more innovative videos for all of you, so that it is helpful for your pre-boards, right? Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye. See you again in the next session.